Welcome. In this session, I will discuss Sitecore OrderCloud integration with ERP. I will talk about Sitecore OrderCloud integration architecture. I will also discuss the OrderCloud connector we built in Nishtech to connect OrderCloud with Infor Cloudsuite distribution ERP system. My name is Himadri Chakrabarti. I live in Columbus, Ohio. I am the Senior Director of Technology in Nishtech. Nishtech is a long-time Sitecore partner based in Cincinnati, Ohio. I am a 7-time Sitecore Technology MVP and working with Sitecore for close to a decade. Let's talk about the agenda of this talk. First, I will give a quick introduction to Sitecore OrderCloud commerce system. Next, I will talk about OrderCloud integration architecture and show different ways to integrate Sitecore OrderCloud with third-party systems. We need a quick overview of the Infor Cloudsuite distribution ERP system before we talk about the OrderCloud connector for Infor Cloudsuite distribution ERP. Finally, I will discuss the features, architecture, and benefits of Nishtech's OrderCloud connector for Infor Cloudsuite distribution ERP. Before we jump on our discussion about ERP connector, I would like to talk about the importance of ERP in running an online e-commerce business. This will help us to understand why an ERP connector is needed for Sitecore OrderCloud. In online e-commerce, commerce storefront and commerce management is just one part of the whole process. For example, when buyers place orders, the e-commerce system takes the order. But in most cases, order fulfillment, inventory management, customer invoicing, and many other things happen in ERP. ERP is also the system of truth for transactional and contractual data. For example, many ERP comes with rich and complex pricing model. Usually, the e-commerce system uses the pricing form from ERP to show customer-specific pricing to buyers. As technology is progressing, ERP system is also evolving and making it easy to work with the modern e-commerce system. The connector we built for Sitecore OrderCloud is for a popular cloud-based ERP called Infor Cloudsuite. Let's talk about Sitecore OrderCloud. What is Sitecore OrderCloud? Sitecore OrderCloud is an API-first, headless, truly cloud-native e-commerce platform. OrderCloud architecture is MAC certified. The MAC Alliance presents and advocates for an open and best-of-breed enterprise technology ecosystem. The ecosystem technology is microservices-based, API-first, cloud-native SaaS, and headless. An e-commerce platform that follows MAC architecture is modular and truly open for integration with other systems via microservices and APIs. The diagram on the right shows the high-level architecture of a MAC recommended application. OrderCloud represents the cloud commerce section in the middle. Sitecore OrderCloud was built from the ground up to serve diverse e-commerce needs. With OrderCloud, you can build B2B and B2C commerce, B2B marketplace, or just simply use it as an order management system. OrderCloud architecture is extremely flexible to satisfy different e-commerce business models. OrderCloud can be used by the retailer, distributors, manufacturers, franchises, and more. Let's talk a bit about how Sitecore OrderCloud can be integrated with third-party systems, because we will be talking about the ERP connector, which was built based on OrderCloud integration architecture. In the heart of everything is the Sitecore OrderCloud portal. This is the headless e-commerce engine and fully accessible via REST APIs. Third-party systems can integrate with the portal in two ways: using middleware and using webhooks. Middleware accepts the request from e-commerce storefront and seller admin, processes the request, and passes it to Order Cloud portal appropriately. Another way to integrate external systems with Order Cloud is to use webhooks. Sitecore OrderCloud provides webhooks for many pre- and post-events in OrderCloud portal. For example, we can attach an API endpoint using the post-event of Order Submit API. This API endpoint will be called after the order is placed in OrderCloud. We have built our ERP connector for Infor Cloudsuite using a middleware shown in the sky blue blocks on the left. The middleware connects Infor Cloudsuite with OrderCloud as well as provides API endpoints for webhooks. What is Infor Cloudsuite distribution? Infor Cloudsuite distribution is a modern cloud-native ERP system for distributors. It is a robust distribution management solution specifically designed to help distributors of all types run an efficient end-to-end operation. Infor CSD operations are accessible via REST APIs. This enables us to get real-time pricing and inventory from ERP using the REST APIs. We can also place orders, create customer records, and many other things real-time using the REST APIs. Infor CSD comes with Ion Service Bus. Using Ion Service Bus, changes in the ERP system can be applied to external system in real time. For example, when an order status changes in the ERP, we can configure CSD to send the latest order document to an API endpoint in our connector's middleware. Once our connector receives the document, it can refresh the order in the Cloud portal. That's enough for background information. Let's talk about the connector. We will discuss out-of-the-box features, connector's architecture, and the benefits of the connector. We have added the most important features in the connector that an Order Cloud implementation will need most often. There are two parts to connector features: real-time data refresh and batch data refresh. All Order Cloud implementations using the connector will be able to show real-time pricing and inventory from Infor CSD. Real-time pricing is cached and it can be configured according to the need. We have also optimized real-time pricing to provide prices for multiple products in a single call. This, along with caching, provides optimum real-time pricing performance on the storefront. The connector provides real-time inventory from Infor CSD. Real-time inventory call is also optimized to provide inventory for multiple products in a single call. Order placed in OrderCloud will be immediately placed to the ERP using real-time order submit call. If ERP is configured to calculate tax, real-time orders will provide the tax amount for the order. If e-commerce implementation wants to acquire a customer via storefront, real-time customer creation can be used for customer registration in ERP. This will enable the customer to start purchasing items immediately from the storefront. Order status can be refreshed in real time via real-time order refresh calls. The connector can be configured to accept the changes in the order data in Infor CSD. Once it receives the data, it updates order information in the order cloud. Similar to real-time order refresh, real-time shipment refresh can be used to update shipment information in the order cloud. This helps customers to see the shipment status of their orders and track the order with shipment tracking. Although the real-time data refresh is good for immediate data sync, it may put much load on the OrderCloud system with frequent data updates. Some data may not require immediate refresh and can be synced with ERP periodically to reduce the load on the OrderCloud system. For example, a business may be okay with refreshing order data every hour instead of refreshing immediately. Some data like product, customer, invoice, etc. don't change frequently, and make use of periodic refresh makes sense. The connector provides scheduled batch refresh using Azure Web Jobs. These jobs can be used to periodically sync data from Infor CSD to OrderCloud. Let's talk about connector architecture. The connector architecture utilizes Infor CSD REST API from middleware services to provide real-time data to the application implemented using OrderCloud. For example, when a customer visits a product page in storefront, Buyer UI makes a real-time API call to connectors middleware to get the real-time pricing. If the pricing data for that product is already in cache, connector returns the price from the cache. Otherwise, it makes a real-time API call to the Infor CSD system, cache the price for that product, and return the price to buyer UI. For real-time inventory, connector always makes API call to Infor CSD to get the inventory for the product in the specified warehouse. When customer makes a purchase, they create an order and submit the order to connector order creation API endpoints. The connector validates the order before submitting the order to ERP. If order gets submitted successfully, connector returns a success response. Otherwise, a failure response is received by buyer UI. If the connector is configured to send notifications, it sends notification for different events that happened in the ordering process. In some cases, the connector may fail to create order. In these cases, OrderCloud should create the order but without any ERP order number. Later on, seller admin can resubmit the failed orders from the admin console using the same connector order API. All transactions for real-time API calls are logged in Azure Application Insight Log using structured logging. Authentication for using Infor CSD API is done using OAuth 2 protocol, and credentials are stored in Azure App Config. To publish data changes from Infor CSD, we have created API endpoints in the connector to accept business object document or BOD updates from Infor Ion Service Bus. If Ion is configured to link to these API endpoints, data updates will be received in the connector, and then connector will push data to OrderCloud. This will be real-time data sync. For batch data refresh, connector uses fetch-where API from Infor CSD. When jobs for data refresh run, connector uses this API to get bulk data from Infor CSD and update the data in OrderCloud using OrderCloud REST APIs. Batch data refresh processes are optimized to use Delta dataset. This way, process gets only the data that has changed and keeps data volume minimum. The connector's architecture was created using the chain of responsibility design principle, and this design principle was achieved using the pipeline architecture. Using this design principle makes it easy for implementers to customize the connector. When customization is needed, implementer can inject their code into the pipeline. The authentication for the APIs are done using OAuth 2 protocol. What are the benefits of using this connector for an Order Cloud implementation? The connector will accelerate the implementation with out-of-box features. It will reduce the integration effort by at least 60%. The connector was built with open-close architecture. This means it can be easily extended, but core architecture cannot be changed. Since the architecture is closed for modification, the upgrade is seamless. As we come up with a new version of the connector, the application can be upgraded seamlessly. The connector is built with fault tolerance. For example, if an order creation in ERP fails, the same order can be submitted later. Connector is scalable because the underlying APIs in the connector utilizes Azure functions, and for that reason, it is infinitely scalable. The connector is configurable. This makes the connector easy to customize without making any code change. Consistent logging using a structured logging mechanism makes it easy to troubleshoot issues that may happen in the connector. As we have built this connector, we have tested all the features. This will save significant testing time in the implementation. Nishtech will provide maintenance and support for the connector. That's all about the connector. Nishtech is a full-service digital experience and e-commerce consultancy that has been helping brands gain a competitive edge for 15 years. Our team of experts helps define and build online strategies and turn digital ideas into reality. It may be business, but we make it personal. Please reach out to Nishtech if you are interested to hear more. We will be happy to hear from you. Thank you. Thanks for listening.